to the War Rogers News Channel. Thank you for watching. Alright, so the first turn, I was able to witness the first turn. Dodrio switched into Crawdaddy, and the other Dodrio to the left did the move return. So that's the first turn. Alright, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and commentate here. I do apologize for my late commentary. I was doing some errands. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. I may sound a little bit dazed here, but you know, I'm gonna try to commentate to the best of my ability. All right, so Manectric is there, and Ninetales did the substitute. Alright, so what do I think? I think this Ninetales is a Calm Mind Ninetales. We didn't see too many Calm Mind Ninetales these days, but I mean, sorry, we don't see too many Calm Mind Ninetales. I've been doing competitive commentary since 2014. And I remember back in the Yu-Yu tier, back when Calm Mind Ninetales was so popular. There was Calm Mind, Will-O-Wisp, and HP Grass. You know, Ninetales was kind of the really I guess, what should I call it? A wall / fast Pokemon? I mean, some people like to bulk it up and some people like to speed it up. You know, there's all different ways you can run a Ninetales. Yeah, so Zangoose is going to do the quick attack to instantly kill Manectric. So Swallow here. What do I think? I think Swallow has a solution for Zangoose's quick attacks, or Zangoose could have a solution against Swallow. Zangoose. Yeah, Zangoose. I didn't think Zangoose had much of a solution because Swallow is gonna knock the living daylights off of most pokes. I mean, considering the fact that Swallow is a choice banded class cannon, I mean, you know. Alright, so Swallow is going to switch into Absol. Grumpig, there we go. Switches into. Ooh. Oh wow, that incoming superpower. That was. Oh man, that was really something. I mean, man. Sorry that I'm just kind of getting myself comfortable in the seat here. Like I said, I just got here. It's a little bit late here, so yeah. Well, not super late, but it's like 5:45 p.m. Central Time. Sorry about that, I'm just out of character today. But there's a superpower. The attack is gonna fall, and the Breloom is gonna do a sword stance here. I'm kind of thinking, since Absol is asleep, I think that Breloom is going to continue doing the sword stance here, because I mean, free setup, right? Now is this Breloom greedy, or is it going to attack right away? It's going to attack right away, instantly killing Absol with a 2-hit KO. Alright, so Swallow is going to come in. Now, I think Breloom is going to do a match punch. Swallow knows that, so he wants to do a quick attack, instantly killing Breloom. And, yeah. Well, hey, Swallow is paralyzed, and Swellow's staple, or not staple, sorry, Swellow's main purpose is to, well, a glass cannon, that's about it. There's not really much that Swallow can provide to the table. So, alright. Duo trio. Alright, I'm thinking about... Oh, nice return. Grumpig. Grumpig is probably not gonna survive at that range. I mean, it could knock out Dodrio. Now it just matters if Grumpig is faster, which I don't think it is. The Bullet Seed is going to prove fatal, and Legacy GI has defeated Punkalo. So congratulations, Legacy GI. Alright, so the UU race. So there we go. And we're still trying to figure out the winner of this match, so that way so you can spectate the semifinals. So meanwhile, while that's in play, I'll be right back. Alright, so the semifinals. Now, this is turn 1, Gwenoff vs Mohawk. Alright, so Breloom is going to switch into Vileplume, and Vileplume on the left is going to change into Steelix. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that name. And then Steelix is going to switch into Tentacruel. Mohawk is going to do Giga Drain. Alright, so I assume that Tentacruel is going to do an Ice Beam on the Vileplume. Or Vileplume could switch into Clefable, and Clefable can wall that whatever Tentacruel's going to do. Which, you know, I was right, Tentacruel's going to do an Ice Beam. That's typical. Alright, so there's a Seismic Toss. Right. I'm kind of thinking that either Clefable's going to switch or Steelix is going to switch. I'm probably thinking maybe Clefable. Clefable can't Toxic Steelix since it's Steel type, and Steel types are immune to the Poison type, and immune to Toxic, and they can't get poisoned with Poison Point. So, in other words, Steelix basically can't get poisoned. The only thing that Steelix can get is a burn. Or a paralysis. Via Body Slam, not Thunder Wave. And it could get a freeze and sleep and so on and so forth, but just can't get poisoned. Alright, so the Earthquake is going to... Whoa, a critical. Since this is a Slow King is going to switch into Empower, which is a Breloom. I'm kind of thinking that Steelix is going to switch. Because I can assure you that Breloom probably has a superpower in store. I was right. Alright, so... I'm kind of thinking that Breloom is going to switch into to something. Yeah, I was kind of thinking Vileplume, either Vileplume or Clefable, but I was kind of leaning a little bit towards Vileplume because Vileplume can't get poisoned if the other Vileplume has Sludge Bomb. Alright, so there we go. Vileplume is going to switch into Samantha. Oh look, it's the name of an English master student. Oh, alright. So, anyways, back to the battle here. Vileplume is going to switch into Steelix, and Dodrio is going to do a Drill Peck. There we go. Sometimes I just wonder, like, how do those birds, you know, how do those birds not learn low kick? That's what I'm trying to wonder. Because there's so many, like in Yu, whenever someone sees a Dodrio, they usually think, let's switch into Steelix. Just a little word of advice. You should put low kick on your Dodrio. There's a lot of steel types, even in OU. If you want to use Dodrio in OU, you have Metagross, which, you know, you need low kick for. Like I said, I'm an advocate for low kick. Alright, so Steelix is going to switch into Vileplume. Steelix on the left is going to switch into Kanga. Which I assume Kanga's probably going to do a fake out, which then Vileplume is probably going to switch into a Steelix, predicting the fake out. So that way, Vileplume can take as little damage as possible. Or he's just going to go straight for the Fire Punch, predicting the Steelix. Wow. Now, I'm kind of thinking that Vileplume is probably going to switch into Slowking. But that would be an enormous risk, and considering the fact that Kanga might stay around and do a return, I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of like a sticky situation. So there's a Sludge Bomb, right, the leftovers. I'm kind of thinking he's going to do an Ice Beam here, but he might switch back into Kanga, because of the Clefable. That wasn't the brightest play in the world, but you know, I think he kind of needed Vileplume, and telling by the team, he kind of needed a Cleric. Like, what happens if Dodrio gets burned? Then Vileplume is the only place to run to, or, sorry, the only Pokemon to run to. I mean, you know, Will-O-Wisp could be a tremendous difference between victory and failure, or a loss, basically. I mean, I wouldn't call a loss a failure. Yeah, it's the difference between winning and losing. Alright, so Dodrio. If Dodrio is low kick, it should use it. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, most tiers have a lot of metal. Like, you know, Yu has Steelix, OU has Fortress, Skymery, and Metagross, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And NU, well, sorry, there's just OU and UU at the moment. Turtle's Council is trying to separate the UU from the NU. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking about something. I'm thinking... Slowking. Alright, so Steelix is going to do the Earthquake here, and Slowking is going to feign. Now, here's what I'm thinking. And tell me if you're on board with this. If not, then alright. If so, then I'll inform you on this. I think that Mohawk is kind of in a pinch right now, and due to the general direction of this match, I can safely predict that something isn't going to go right with Mohawk. I know it's a little early to say that, but, you know, it just, things are not going really well for him. I mean, you know, there's still a Kanga. Breloom barely has any health. Dodrio can come in at any time. And if I was that trainer, I would equip low kick on that thing. That's just me, though. Not all people think the same. Alright, so Tentacruel is going to come out. Yeah, so Clefable could work as a cleric if it has Wish, and if it has Aromathy, or whatever Clefable. Sorry. Sorry about that. So Tentacruel is going to switch into Yep, it's a cleric. If it has Wish, that's a cleric. Alright, so Clefable can't switch into Breloom because Kanga's gonna literally demolish that thing. I mean, you know, considering the fact that Kanga could have returned, it's kind of risky. Alright, so yeah, Aromathy is an egg move for Clefable. So if Clefable can learn Aromathy, then that'd be great for Clefable's cause. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking that, you know, that this Clefable is a cleric. So Mohawk is not too much in hot water, but he needs to watch out. I'll just say that. So I'm going to predict that this Kanga is going to switch into Tentacruel, and then I'm going to call this a circle. And I see this in commentating certain matches. But, you know, Kanga, I kind of know the pattern. Kanga's going to switch into Tentacruel. Tentacruel is going to scare out Steelix, or Tentacruel could switch into Dodrio, predicting an Earthquake, but that's probably very unlikely. Steelix probably gets terrified because special defense is not too bright on Steelix, so Steelix is going to switch into Clefable, and then after that, Tentacruel can't do anything. So then Tentacruel switches into Kanga, and that's what I call the circle because it keeps going over and over again. However, this is not the case, and surprise, surprise, a Breloom. That is definitely not good for oh, Mohawk also has a little surprise under his sleeve too. He has a Tentacruel as well. Problem. The problem is that Tentacruel took an enormous amount of damage with that superpower. And that's going to cost him the match. I'll be honest with you. That's going to cost him the match. Mohawk is not going to win this one. And the reason... I know that's a very grim prediction, but looking at how the field is shaping out, I mean, it's not anywhere near possible for Mohawk to win. I mean, yeah, he could switch into Clefable and then do a Wish, and then, switch into Breloom in hopes that Tentacruel would switch, but why would Tentacruel switch out? I mean, Tentacruel is just gonna... I mean, here's what's gonna happen. Clefable's gonna probably do a Wish. Clefable's gonna probably switch into Breloom in hopes that Tentacruel's gonna switch out. If Tentacruel doesn't switch out, well then Mohawk is in hot water. Clefable is going to go for a Flamethrower for some reason. Probably because he's predicting the Breloom, if I had to guess. Tentacruel is going to switch into... I was right, into Breloom. Clefable probably didn't expect that. He probably didn't expect that, considering the fact that, he did the Flamethrower. If I were Mohawk, I would have done Flamethrower twice to make sure that I would have done Flamethrower twice to make sure that the Breloom was for sure not coming in. 2 times, maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times. If you're gonna suspect Breloom to come in, don't give an opportunity. I call this caging, because you cage off the opportunities that Breloom has to switch in on you. So, since Mohawk has not done that, Mohawk, he's going to have a tough switch. Either that, or Clefable's going to take a really hard hit here, because I'm seeing a potential superpower here. And like I said, the future looks very grim for Mohawk. It doesn't look too good. And considering the fact that Clefable's the only special wall it's important to keep, and not only that, but also Steelix is going to take a hard hit if Clefable switches. Mohawk is in hot water, as you can see by his timer. He's not doing too good. My advice to Mohawk is, learn the cage. Learn how to cage in your opponent. Like, you know, if you suspect a Breloom to come in, just keep doing flamethrower. Keep doing it. You know, and then, you know, cage him off, and then, you know, as soon as you catch him off guard, do wish. Then do more flamethrowers, because he's probably not. Runoff is probably not expecting you to continue caging his opportunities. But yeah. Mohawk is in really hot water. He's kind of trapped here in a sense. Alright, I'm going to take these 20 seconds to give him some advice, since I think he kind of gave up on this match. Oh no, wait, he switched. Alright, never mind. But he's still kind of he's still in hot water. I see a potential superpower that's going to knock off Tentacruel, and yeah. Now this means that Gwenoff's Breloom and Mohawk's Breloom are going to be forced to go into a speed race. And the problem is that Gwenoff's Breloom is probably going to switch into Tentacruel. At this point, why do you need Tentacruel? I mean, all you need is, you know, you could just knock off Tentacruel, you know, and then after that deal with, you know, and sorry, not just do it, but like pull in Dodrio, and then Dodrio would probably do a quick attack. But then here's the thing, though. Dodrio is probably going to do, or not Dodrio, sorry. Mohawk is probably going to switch out Breloom into Clefable, predicting the quick attack, or even better, switching into Steelix, which, like I said, is still pretty limited. The choices are pretty limited for Mohawk. It really is. Compared to Gwenoff, which, you know, Gwenoff has tons of choices here. You know, he trapped his opponent. And that's the whole thing. He trapped his opponent, and he's literally, he doesn't know what to do at this point. Gwenoff, you know, he has a lot of strategies he can do, but he doesn't know what he wants to do. So he's kind of thinking, he's like, is Breloom going to switch into Clefable here? Or, yeah, he's going to come up with a switch here, which, you know, is kind of early for a switch. I am going to say that it's a little early. But the superpower, though, he didn't want to sack the Tentacruel, probably because of the Steelix. But for Gwenoff, I'm going to say this: don't worry about Steelix, because, you know, you can just superpower Steelix twice, and Steelix would knock out. I can tell that Gwenoff is kind of wondering, like, what do I want to do here? Mohawk is also now he put Mohawk in a hot spot too, because now Mohawk either has to switch, or Mohawk is going to have to do a Mach Punch, which I'm probably think for the Mach Punch. Mohawk is going to give up. Alright. My advice to Mohawk is learn how to cage. That's my advice. If you expect a Breloom, whatever it is, keep spamming Flamethrower. The opponent's going to eventually get tired, and he's going to eventually switch into Breloom. If you're a seasoned player like Frags, that strategy may not work. Sorry. Like, if you're battling against Frags, there we go. You're battling against Frags, and if you try the cage method, Frags already knows this. You know, seasoned players already know how to cage, and they know that technique. So, you know, or not cage, sorry, you're fencing it, in a sense. You're fencing the chances of a potential switch. So there you go. Clefable should have spammed Flamethrower for the Breloom. the incoming prelim. So there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and look here in the tournament to see how everyone's doing here. So Legacy, GI, VS went off, and they're going to be facing off. And with that being said, I'll be right back. Alright, the final match. So, Breloom is switching into Amistar. Sorry about that. My mouse being on the Amistar. What's the word? Amistar icon. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, Amistar is going to switch out into Ampharos. Alright, so, Ampharos doesn't look like he's in. He doesn't look like he's good in the health department. For going off. Oh boy. So there's the quick attack. All right. Kind of catching up, but not really. I mean, Swellow is not in the most he's not in the most ideal position. Taya did kick in, so yeah, that's some terrible news. But yeah, sorry about my silence here, but you know, I'm just kind of thinking about how Gwenoff can revive this match. Kinda could work. Fake out is going to prove fatal here. If King has fake out, if it doesn't, then I don't know what to tell you. Little word of advice. Kanga should equip fake out. No matter how predictable it is, I mean it's still better off than, you know, seeing a Pokemon Red, and especially considering the fact that, you know, there's a Bataya boost. I mean, it's pretty risky if you don't carry around fake out. All right. So Gwenoff, it's gonna be kind of tough for him to remedy the situation, but considering the fact that Amistar is still around, it is still a pretty good sign for Gwenoff. Negative signs is that Breloom is still around. Caesar is around, which could equip itself with superpower. It could neutralize the Dodrio's damage, and it could neutralize superpower. You know, Gwenoff is not in the best of shape. Let me tell you that. I mean, it's not in the best of shape. So Legacy is trying to choose a Pokemon. That's ideal for the situation. All right, so I'm still trying to wonder what Pokemon he's going to pull out. I mean, you know, Legacy, if he doesn't pick out a Pokemon, then yeah, that's I don't know where Legacy went. He must have disconnected. Which is gonna give Gwenoff the instant victory. So congratulations, Gwenoff, and GG. Not really much commentary today, but you know, at least it's something. This is the Roy Rogers News Channel. Forget to comment, or subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel.